They should just do that. Yes.
So now I want you to do something, just track the goal, hands vertical. This was Africa of hope. This was Africa that we were giving to our children and our children's children.
Amen. This has been a fantastic, rare opportunity to meet for the first time 60 leaders or so in one room and having an opportunity to interact with them, and also working with experienced people like our facilitators to actually shape and broaden our breakthrough initiatives.
A breakthrough initiative is something that as leaders we're inviting people to think about.
My breakthrough initiative is connecting African people to travel and enjoy the tourism attractions in Africa.
Trying to change the development paradigm of the government of Botswana.
Financial literacy, banking with conscience.
A computer literate Africa.
It's something that may be considered impossible, and yet we're saying, imagine how much impact we'll have in the community and the organizations that we're coming from when we're able to implement an initiative that transforms lives, changes the way things happen.
You can be the pebble which is thrown into the water and start the ripples.
My BTI will affect the immediate number of orphans that are already at the orphanage I am working with, which is about 150 children.
Within a very short time, we would have made the sort of impact that had not been made in the last 30 years.
At least 1 million students.
Being able to plant 1,200,000 trees over the last 1 year. I think that is great impact. The kind of awareness creation that we have been involved in.
They'll all be doing amazing things, but the total effect of it is transformative. You're shifting the perception of Africa in the world and the contribution of Africa in the world and the reputation of African leadership. That for me is the most exciting thing.
When we were in London, we learned a lot of tools, the triangle, as you know, the network, the breakthrough initiative, and the tools themselves that we learned. They were very useful, they were very relevant.
We're now working with the media for the purpose of publicity, because we realize that without the media, at least members of the public will not know exactly what it is that we're doing.
The program has given me a forward-looking view.
I have learned through this program that negativity won't take us anywhere.
The SLP is a great opportunity for bringing together a cream of African leaders. Bringing them together to think together, to dream together is a great opportunity, and it is a potential force that can really move Africa forward.
Leadership need not be just a bunch of bad stories.
As a collective of leaders, we can provide some alternative in terms of leadership for the African continent.
The most exciting thing about this experience was meeting people who have made it in life because they believed in themselves.
Never compromise your principles. Challenge the status quo. Go for the big things.
It's a group of people who now feel that others have made it, we have to make it.
It was a great moment today where a young man in front of the whole group said, I finally understand what I've been trying to do for the last 15 years, and you've just made it clear to me what I was trying to do. Thank you very much. So for me, that was a great moment.
That can exist in this world, no. Not unless it comes with the negative show. But when it comes to the moment, I'm all more than blow. I'm gonna be a volcano, implode to explode. Love and happiness.
This evening I was just completely blown away. We met these young people from the Africa Leadership Academy, and an event like this where young people are meeting leaders in industry and from different countries in Africa, that is the core of our cultural relations work.
The British Council is the UK government's agency to develop trust and understanding between the UK and peoples around the world.
The networking has been exciting, meeting new people, learning new things, new way of doing things, you know, new ideas.
When we went out to get the voices on the streets, I was surprised to learn that people out there have no hope at all. You know, to them, things can only get worse, not better.
These are people who've not been part of our discussion, but some of the issues they are raising are so topical. It actually dovetails quite nicely with some of the vision for Africa issues we've been discussing. So it gives some authenticity to it all like this.
The system is about voices, you know.
hearing the various voices of Africa.
And also learning from stories from other leaders on how best I can strengthen my own initiatives.
And I think that is exciting in itself, because you can just imagine the cross-fertilization of ideas here and the networks that one can make.
The network from the last SLP program we had has been very influential for me, especially my Ghanaian team. You know, when we went back home, we had about 3 meetings, and they sort of encouraged each other to pursue our breakthrough initiatives. So the network has been very, very encouraging and supportive for me.
We try to build a kind of social network. I really feel that everybody wants to stay tuned, network together.
I'm done with the complaining and saying, you know, these politicians are not doing anything. So what I would say to anybody that is listening to me is, what are you doing about it? And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter whether what you do is just go to school, or whether you just run a little market store, or whether you are an economist in the bank. Let us move to committed actions that can bring change.
I didn't know that there was so much that I didn't know about leadership.
I have come back almost like a new person because of what I got from the SLP.
I would encourage British Council to continue with this concept. I tell you, this concept can revolutionize the whole world.